Get me with another LEGO Legacy Heroes unboxed video for you, and today I'm bringing you the update 13 patch notes. Looks like we're probably going to be getting that update, I would say tomorrow sometime, maybe today, depending on when you're watching this video. The new event comes out the 11th, according to the calendar, so I'm expecting it sometime on the 10th. Usually a day before, so we can get a little bit of an event preview coming on. But there is some really cool stuff in this update. We're going to go over the kits for Cole and Misako. We're going to go over the kit for the new City Stix set. And we're also going to take a look at some of the reworks, buffs, and updates that Zane and Nya got. And before we get started, I could say Ninjago definitely got a little bit of a boost up. I think they're going to be back in the meta, but what I'm really happy about is these characters don't look the same level of broken that the other newer characters we've gotten, like Santa and Andreas in the past, or any of the Spooky Army stuff. It's more cohesive. It makes more sense to me. It's less like, let's just throw a bunch of stuff together. But anyway, let's take a look at Cole. He's got about 22,000 health, which isn't bad. Got 3,500 attack and 1,200 defense, so he is definitely a tanky little tank boy there. He's got 3 abilities and 2 passives, which I'm going to get into right now. Right, so he's got Rock On as his passive, which is a 100% passive, his basic, 100% damage, and reduces pep by 10%, has a 50% chance to inflict stun for 1 turn. So kind of like another super wrestler type here, which, okay, I consider super wrestler good, actually a great figure, but not a super broken figure. So I think that's what we're going to get out of Cole. So yeah, 50% chance for stun is always a good thing, but also the fact that he's reducing pep on his basic is pretty good because he's going to slow the opposing team down, and Ninjago is always been all about speed. So that's a pretty cool thing to have right there, and it makes sense because he's the rock ninja rock. They're going to slow you down. Special 1 is Hammer Time. This is his taunt. It's a 2-turn taunt with max HP up 2, so 30% health increase for 2 turns, debuff immunity, and damage block 2 for 2 turns. So it's really nice to have debuff immunity while you're taunting, especially if you're getting hit with tons of attacks. And a damage block 2 is going to be really helpful too, because it's going to help reduce some damage for him. All Ninjago heroes gain defense up 2 and damage block 1 for 2 turns. I'm wondering if he also is going to gain defense up 2, because that's another 30% defense, which is pretty good on his 1200 defense stat. Special 2 is Quake Maker. Deals 100% damage to all foes. So it's an AoE, 100% damage. Decreases pep by 35. So it's like an earthquake kind of thing. It's going to reduce their pep by 35%. There's also a 65% chance to inflict attack down 2 and speed down 2 for 3 turns. Those are really good debuffs. And if Cole has 3 debuffs or more, clear all debuffs and inflict disarm on all foes for 1 turn. So if he does get like kind of debuffed out, throw this AoE out, it's a self cleanse, and you're also going to disarm the opposing team. That is a really fantastic special 2 right there. And like I said, looking at these kits, these kits make sense, right? That's a great, fantastic special, which makes sense for the character. You know, a rock ninja tank. It's not like we're just going to throw the whole kitchen sink in this kit like they did with Santa and Andreas. First passive, Hard as a Rock. At the start of battle, all heroes have their grit increased by 10% and defense increased by 15%. So that's just, no matter who you play him with, their grit is going to go up and their defense is going to go up. So, I mean, I don't think he's got the role model tag, but for you Fire Station team lovers, if you're running Super Wrestler and what's this called? Clay Top 1 and Cole, you're going to get a ton of grit on that team. I don't think it's going to really work with the set, but it's definitely, I'm not theory crafting here. I'm just saying that's a way to get your team to have a lot of grit if you're going to run those 3 characters. Whenever another Spinjutsu hero falls below 30% of health, that hero gains damage immunity for 1 turn and 5 stacks of heal over time. I'm going to talk about why that passive is awesome in a second. If that hero is Kai, he gains attack up 2 and speed up 2 for 3 turns, and dodgy. Right, so there's a couple reasons why that passive is super awesome if you're running him on a straight Spinjitzu team. if you're running him with Lloyd and you're kind of going back and forth between Cole taunting and Lloyd throwing up stealth, well, when Lloyd falls below that 30% health, and he's the only one who's visible because everyone else is stealth, he's going to get damage immunity for 1 turn, plus a little bit of heal over time, and he's got his own self-heal. So there's definitely some good Lloyd-Cole synergy there. And then you get this bonus, if it's Kai, he's going to gain attack up 2, speed up 2, and dodgy. So he's going to, basically the next attack on Kai is going to miss if he gets knocked down a peg. Speed up 2, he's going to be faster. Attack up 2, he's going to hit harder. Hopefully he's got his ultimate up. Gives Kai a little bit more survivability, which he does need because he's super, super squishballs. Passive 2 is Avalanche. Ninjago Hero's crit damage is increased by 6% for each buff on the foe team. All Spinjitzu heroes gain 15% bonus crit for each hero that has stealth. When Nya is on the team, the health of all Spinjitzu heroes is increased by 15%. So the 15% bonus crit is interesting because on a Spinjitzu team, now you're talking about 25% bonus grit, which is like, that's a significant amount of grit, right? That's a quarter of your grit has now gone up. You're going to be seeing more resistances, and especially in this debuff heavy meta going on with Classic Space and Andreas right now, you're going to really need that. Also, Ninjago heroes get a little bit more crit damage. So we know that Ninjagos are really good at having a high crit chance. Now they're getting more crit damage. It's increased by 6% for each buff on the foe's team. And a lot of enemy teams use a lot of buffs. I'm looking at you, Imperials. And, you know, when Nya is on the team, all the Spinjitzu, basically the ninjas, are going to get 15% health, which is really, really helpful if you're running Nya. It's almost tempting to run Nya because there is some Nya synergy that comes out, and plus there's a little bit of a Nya buff / rework in this update, but I'm going to be honest, I still don't see her on my 5-man Ninjago team. Anyway, let's talk about Misako. So, taking a look at her stats, she is definitely an attacker. 18,000 health, almost 6,000, almost 6,300 attack. A massively strong Slimer-esque attack stat. Her defense is really low. She's going to be super squishy. She does have 125 speed. Cole had 110 speed, by the way, so he's also not a slow tank. So she's going to be a pretty sick attacker. And this is Lloyd's mom, after all. So her basic, the katana, deals 110% damage to a target foe and has a 40% chance to inflict debilitate. That is a fantastic, especially for a really fast character. It is a fantastic basic, right? You're getting more than 100% damage on your basic with 6,300 attack. Plus, there's a chance you can debilitate, follow up with another speedy ninja, basically bringing people's pep down. The ninjas with these two new characters are going to be about their own speed, yes, but it's also going to be about pep reduction on the other team, which I really do like. Special 1, Way of the Bow. This is really cool. It's like a triple shot. Deals 50% damage to a target foe 3 times. There's a 40% chance to inflict vulnerable and dodge down for 1 turn. Is that a 40% chance per hit? I think it is. Right, so the first hit has a 40% chance to do vulnerable. Say it does, the next hit is going to actually crit and also has a 40% chance to do vulnerable. Yada, yada, yada. I love these triple attack things because it kind of reminds me in Pokemon where you would do like a rapid spin with a King's Rock with, what was it, Hitmontop I used to run. I don't know if anybody Pokemon fans out there. But basically you got all different chances to flinch because you had multiple attacks and like Technician. It's cool because you have multiple chances to proc these debuffs, and they also kind of stack off of each other. If Misako uses this ability while in stealth, the attack is a guaranteed crit. Then she clears stealth from herself. So I'm wondering, is just the first attack a guaranteed crit, or are all 3 attacks a guaranteed crit? I'm taking it as first attack guaranteed crit, then she clears stealth, next 2 attacks are regular. But again, I have to actually see it in action to know how that's going to work. Lady Iron Dragon deals 60% damage to all foes, right? So 60% AoE, 5% for each Ninjago on the team. If that counts her, right, now you're talking about an 85% damage AoE, which is pretty good when you've got this much attack on your team. 50% chance to inflict defense down 2 and attack down 2 for 2 turns, so they're bringing their attack and their defense down, and has a 75% chance to inflict some dots damage over time for 2 turns. Again, I'm not a huge fan of dots, but it's something. It's an added debuff, and it's a little bit of extra damage. Now we look at her passives. Mom Jutsu. I love it. At the start of the battle, all heroes have their attack plus 10% and crit chance increased by plus 10%. Plus 4 bonus crit chance for each hero that has stealth. So, again, like Cole, this is just no matter who you run her with, everyone is going to get 10% stronger. They're also going to have a 10% higher crit chance. It obviously works better with Ninjago Spinjutsu, right? But you don't have to run that. That's what I like about these passives, is they work on other teams. I'm curious to see what other tags they have besides the, Ninjago tags that we know they're going to come with. The 4% bonus crit chance for each hero that has stealth is going to work really well with Lloyd. Usually there's 4 heroes in stealth, so, a 16% bonus crit chance. On top of the bonus crit chance that Cole was giving, you're going to see a lot more crits with Ninjago coming your way. And at the start of the turn, it refreshes with each hero that has stealth, obviously. When Garmadon or Lloyd take damage, Misako has a 40% chance to counter against the attacking foe. I definitely see me running her with Garmadon and Lloyd. I'll tell you my Ninjago team after I'm done with her kit. Whenever Misako crits, Nya assists for 100% damage. Misako increases her pep by 25% and has a 65% chance to gain stealth. And critical damage up 2 for 1 turn. 85% chance to inflict heal immunity of a target for 1 turn. So Iron Water, whenever she crits, which as we see there's big crit chances, Nya assists for 100% damage. So you're getting, on top of a crit, you're going to get a little bit of a 100% damage assist from Nya. Not the biggest attack, but hey, it's damage and it's full damage from her. She also increases her pep by 25% and has a 65% chance to gain stealth. All right, so whenever she crits, she gains extra pep back, right? So she's going to get her speed boosting up. And she has a 65% chance to throw herself under stealth, which, as we know, makes her way of the bow a little bit stronger. And critical damage up 2, so I think it's an extra 20% critical damage. Could be 30, I think it's 20 for 1 turn. And an 85% chance to inflict heal immunity on a target for 1 turn. So, if she crits on, say, a basic, she now has crit damage up, follow up with the way of the bow, because now you're getting more crit damage and a guaranteed stealth. Love the way that these things kind of roll together and combo together. So, there's a lot of really good combos you could use for Ninjago. Right now, the team I'm thinking that's going to be the best is Cole, Lloyd, Garmadon, Misako, and Wu. Wu's going to offer you the healing. Garmadon obviously has his own healing. Like, Wu and Garmadon are still really solid figures. Misako and Cole look amazing. I think Lloyd is actually got a lot of really good synergies with them too. But that's just me. You can still run Kai. There's definitely reason to run Nya now. She's better with all of this stuff going on. But let's see what the set's going to look like. And am I going to be running this set, or am I going to still be running Dojo? There's also Jay out there, who's still a really, really solid figure. I like him more for a techie team. Zane's super slept on, but we're going to see. They did some stuff with Zane to make him actually a little more synergistic with Chill, which I like. So we have the City Stix. I'm definitely a little bit conflicted because obviously I wanted Ghost Cole. We didn't get Ghost Cole. I'm curious to see if they're going to give him the spooky tag. I don't think that they're going to. We also wanted Morrow. We're not getting Morrow. City Stix would have been a great kind of spooky set. It looks like it's really just going to be a ninja set. So I think that they kind of dropped the ball on something that could have been awesome there with that. But it is what it is. Let's take a look at what it does. So Ninja Fortitude, whenever Kai has less than 30% of his health, he gains Prepared. That's pretty cool. I like that it's a little bit something for Kai. I wish they did something for each ninja. They just did something for Kai and Nya here. And at the start of Nya's turn, each hero with 2 or more buffs gains 2 stacks of heal over time for 2 turns. And whenever J critically hits, a random Spinjutsu hero gains hardy. So they did something for J, Nya, and Kai. Again, that's cool. I wish they would have done something for everybody. I'm going to be honest, I'm probably not going to be leaning. It's kind of weird that like the City Stix is coming out with these 2 new figures, and the team you're going to run ideally with them, it doesn't really involve Kai, Nya, or Jay in my mind. So they're all getting something out of this set, and I'm probably not going to be running any of them on my Ninjago. Well, I probably will because I'm not going to get the 2 new figures, but anyone who's got, the whales are not going to be running those figures. I'm sorry. Hit Stix. Whenever any Spinjutsu hero crits, they gain 15% pep and heal 6% of their max health. So we talked about how there's going to be more increased crits for Spinjutsu. Well, now they're getting more pep, which 15%. Let's go back to Misako. She is now gaining 40% of her pep on a crit on top of other things from her passive. And she's also going to be healing 6% of her max health. So if I'm running this set, Misako and Cole are definitely a must. So maybe if I was running like a Misako, Cole, J, Kai, Nya kind of thing, which there is a lot of synergies that go with that team. So this set would be great for that team if I was going to run a team like that. Like if I'm running J, Kai, Nya, Cole, where they all have these synergies together, as we'll see, right? Nya and Kai and Jay, they have those things, the healing, the countering, really cool stuff. I think this works if you're going to be running those characters. So I like that this set is like, this will work for this specific group of Spinjutsu characters, but why would you run a Ninjago team without Wu or Garmadon? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Speaking of Garmadon, whenever a Garmadon army hero attacks the foe, there's a 65% chance to convert all stat-based and heal-based buffs to their debuff equivalents. I like that, 65% chance. It's not always going to happen, but it's going to happen enough that it's going to be useful. That's actually really good for Great White, right? Because whenever they attack, so Great White's got that AoE, 65% chance to convert all things. So Great White, it actually makes his AoE like a machine gun thing a little more useful because it's going to be doing some conversion. Obviously that works for Garmadon's AoE, but you like to save that for a big heal. Ghostly Aura. So maybe this might have a spooky tag that goes with it. I don't think so though. Whenever any hero falls below 70% of health, they receive defense 2 up for 2 turns. Whenever you fall below 70% health, you're gonna get defense up. So you take 30% damage, your defense goes up. Got it. Whenever any hero falls below 50% health, they receive payback for 2 turns. So if you fall below 50%, you're gonna get the defense up too, and you're also gonna get the payback for 2 turns. And 1 random Ninjago hero counters 50% damage. Nice. Whenever any hero gains stealth, which is going to happen a lot if you're using Lloyd, they will also perform a bonus attack to a random foe for 50% of their damage. Okay, so maybe my main Ninjago team I was talking about, maybe that kind of works with this set. I just don't see how it works better than Dojo, but I don't know. I'll let the comment section be the judge of that. Whenever a hero that has stealth takes damage, there's a 50% chance that another hero will counter against the attacking foe. So, this does work pretty well with the stealth synergies. So, I don't hate it. I just feel like the first 2 abilities are not really conducive to the team that I want to run with this, but whatever. And City Life. At the start of battle, all builder heroes gain 10% attack. Love it. All Spinjutsus and Ninjagos are 10% attack. So they're going to get even stronger. You're running Misako, you're basically getting 20% bonus attack. You're running Garmadon, you're getting those big buffs. Ninjago is going to be hitting with this set, actually. Maybe I was wrong in my previous statement. Maybe this set is going to really work out without running J. Cole and Nya, or J. Kai and Nya, but you waste an ability when you don't run those characters, and I hate when sets do that. Ninjago heroes gain a 10% critical chance. Again, Ninjago's gonna be critting all the time. Spinjutsu heroes gain 10% defense and 5% attack. I feel like you have to run Garmadon with this set because of he's giving the bonus buffs on attack. You have to run Misako. Misako and Cole are going to be amazing. You have to run Woo. And then I feel like Lloyd. Lloyd is where it's at. I think that's the team, and I think this set works with it. You might be able to get a little... I think the Hardy kind of helps. The Hardy and the Payback help on Dojo. But I don't know. This set will probably be easier to farm than Dojo. My Dojo is still only 1 star because I don't play Brickspedition like that. Alright, balance changes. Zane. They actually increased his chance of Dizzy to 60%, which is really awesome. Right, so more chance to put out Dizzy. Again, it goes back to I said Zane. Zane just got a little tweaked to work a little bit more with the chill team. Right, because they also changed his Shuriken of Ice. Right, the thing that deflects the debilitate and defense down. So... Not vulnerable, sorry. Lost train of thought there. So it deals 110% damage, inflicts defense down for 3 turns. There's a 20% chance for each active Spinjutsu and Chill Hero to inflict vulnerable on the target foe. Right? Usually on a Spinjutsu team, 100% you're going to inflict vulnerable with Zane. Now that's the same thing on a Chill team. It's nice to have that Shuriken and be able to put a vulnerable on someone. And I like that it works with the Chill team. They're basically saying, hey, we understand that Zane is a big part of the chill meta right now also. And I feel like he kind of got pushed out of the chill teams with Santa and Andreas coming, and now there's kind of a chance to bring him back in. He is still a really good figure, very slept on. Falcon Feint got a damage buff, 70% damage to all foes, right? It was 60, now it's 70. Awesome. So a little bit of tiny buffs for Zane. Nya also got some buffs that make her... Basically, they had to just add some synergies with Cole because Cole was another part of that love triangle going on there. But she does get a little bit of a damage buff on her basic, right? It's now 105% damage. And if she critically hits with this, she was going to gain stealth for 2 turns. And now she also calls 1 random Spinjutsu hero to assist. So definitely going to be more assists. Ninjutsus are going to be... Spinjutsus are going to be a little bit more kind of like that rapid fire, lots of assisting thing that's going on with the Spooky Army and the Imperials. We're going to probably see that a lot with Ninjago now. Refreshing Miss, they buffed it up to 3 stacks of heal over time for 3 turns with the heal. I wish they would have upped the heal percentage or made it an AoE heal, like a single target heal. I wish it was for 50% of their max health or 50% of her max health because she's really the healer, right? If she had like an Aurora or a Bart kind of heal, I could see her being used more. I still can't see her being used more even with these buffs, but the buffs are nice. Her AoE now has an 85% chance to inflict max health down, and it also inflicts heal immunity on a target for 2 turns. That's really big, right? Because healing is a big thing, and to throw it at AoE, right, it has an 85% chance to inflict heal immunity, that's solid. Like, Nya, she's usable now. I'm still probably, like, she's not in my top 5 Ninjagos, she's not on the main team, but she's usable, and there's a lot of different synergies that go with her, right? There's a lot, like I said, you have the option of running a couple types of Ninjago teams. That Cole, Kai, Jay, Nya combo with Misako, that could be a really cool team with the City Stix. And then they also upped her passive a little bit. They add a little bit of synergy with Cole because she had the thing with Jay. Kai has the thing with her. Well, now she gets 8% bonus defense for each Spinjutsu hero, so a little buff there. And whenever Cole takes damage, she has a 40% chance to heal him for 20% of her max health, right? So this is significant because it's a lower percent than Jay in terms of it proccing, but it also is a higher percentage that she's healing. And also, Cole is going to be taking a lot more hits, a lot more damage because he is a tank and he has taunt. So Nya, she's definitely more usable. She's not trash. I'm going to put it that way. She's not trash. Not trash. And let's take a look at the events. Not trash. Mind Game's Brick Pace was redesigned. You can now collect Garmadon, City Stix, Cole, and Misako tiles in this event. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if I'll probably farm some Garmadon just because I'm almost having him 7 stars. But my thing is going to be to try to unlock Cole and then maybe get to Misako. Probably need the city Stix first to even get to any of them. Whatever, man. I'm just gonna farm the way that I farmed. But what I do like is the challenges. New nodes were added to all challenges, which is big, meaning more apples, more fish, more binoculars. Plus, I can do guides on those the new nodes. They're hopefully going to be challenging and fun like they used to be. Free challenge got an update as well, so I'm not really sure what the update is with that, but I'm excited to see it. Premium bags, Rita, Ernest, Leo, Alan, Malik, Grimhelma, Scully, and Reaper were added to premium bags. That is dope. Really cool that they added them to the premium bags. Cannot wait to see if I can kind of pull them out if I get any premium bags. Yeah, I don't really do the free, the booster pass anymore, but I might be more inclined to cop a premium bag here or there, just to try to see what I can get. Because now I'm at the point where it's like, well, I can either get some Gorwell tiles or really nothing that I really need. So it's nice to have these available, and also for newer players and stuff. So downside is no nerf to classic space. They just basically said they didn't have the time to do it this time around. It is what it is. I don't know. Not really my problem. Hopefully these Ninjagos can counter them a little bit. We'll see how they do. Well, that's pretty much all I got for you today, Knuckleheads. Please remember to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, ding that little bell for some notifications, and as always, remember to knuckle